Welcome to the Women Disruptors Conference 2022. The past few years have been significant ones for a number of reasons. A fresh decade brought with its advancements in science, tech, entertainment, and politics. And women have a significant role to play in all of that. Take politics, for example. With the rise of female candidates and advocacy, it's clear that women are intent on making their voices heard. We at TechGig are proud producers of Coding Divas for the last 8 years. Ladies and gentlemen, I am your host Sukriti Yadavanshi, and I take this honor to welcome you all to the virtual grand finale of TechGig Geek Goddess 2022, an event that celebrates the coding spirits of women in tech. Diversity has been the prime focus ever since we started Geek Goddess. This year, taking diversity to the next level, we have equity and inclusions that will mark our Women Disruptors Conference with some exceptionally fantastic women leaders. I'm glad to share that more than 30,000 women professionals and more than 27,000 students have participated this year. Some of the top programming languages our Coding Divas have explored are Python 3, CPP 14, Java 8, Java, and C. Before I go ahead and unveil the segments, I would like to thank our presenting partner American Express India for being with us for 5 consecutive years. Our title partner Synchrony, Diamond partners Persistent and Wipro, Platinum partner EYGDS, Silver participant Special Category Logitech, and Digital partner Goldman Sachs.
I would say that this is a league of extraordinary women coders who made their way into the finals after braving a fierce coding battle with 65,000 participants. Amid these, only the top 500 moved to the grand finale coding round, where these women technologists fought all their might to claim the winner's throne.
Up next, our first guest for the evening is an Indian politician and entrepreneur, technocrat, and a member of parliament in the Rajya Sabha who represents Karnataka. He completed Masters in Computer Science in 1988 from Illinois Institute of Technology, Chicago. He was handpicked by Vinod Dham to Intel, and he worked there from 1988 to 1991. At Intel, he was part of the architectural team that designed the 1486 processor. Presenting Rajiv Chandrasekhar, Minister of State for Skill Development and Entrepreneurship of India.
Thank you, Sukriti, for inviting me to speak at this Geek Goddess 2022, where I'm told a league of extraordinary women coders who have made their way into the final after braving a fierce coding battle with 65,000 participants this year. Congratulations to all those who participated, and congratulations to the top 500 who moved into the grand finale coding round. This is indeed an extremely powerful and extremely positive thing for me to be associated with, and I'm deeply grateful that you gave me this opportunity to speak. Let me just set some context for you. In 2015, our Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji launched Digital India, and in his mind, he felt then, and he continues to believe now, that technology can be a great enabler, can be a great change agent for many things that we associate with our nation. And the third objective that he had for Digital India in 2015, way back then, was that India would move from being a consumer of technologies, as was the case for over 3 decades, to being a country where our bright minds, our bright young Indians would create platforms, devices, products that could be consumed by the world's consumers, enterprises, and governments. In all of this, it is clear that we have, in a sense, reimagined our ambitions as a nation. We celebrate 75 years as an independent nation today, and we look to the next 25 years where India can really, on the basis of the confidence and the renewed energy and reimagined ambitions that the world has about India and we have for ourselves, we can safely assume that with a lot of hard work, as the Prime Minister says, sabka saath, sabka prayas, we will create a fully developed country. We will build a fully developed country, the new India vision, in the coming years in the coming decade that the Prime Minister has referred to as the India decade. We have recently, on the 17th of November, the Honorable Prime Minister and the Government of India, indeed the nation of India, has assumed the presidency of the G20. G20, as you all know, represents the world's biggest nations, the world's most powerful nations, and the world's largest and biggest and most impressive economies. And India today is the president of G20, and it will formally assume the presidency on the 1st of December, but the mantle has been handed over to the Honorable Prime Minister when he was in Bali on the 17th of November. The G20, obviously, the 1 year of presidency of India will deal with a number of things, but central to this will be India's performance, India's stature as a nation that is increasingly shaping the future of technology, increasingly becoming one of the most inclusive societies and economies in the world by showcasing our digital economy, where even today there are almost 48% of the workforce in the electronics and digital space are women, and in the fastest growing segment of that, which is outside of the innovation ecosystem, but the other fast growing segment, which is the electronics manufacturing ecosystem, where we have gone from being a nation which had zero exports in 2014 and almost all devices and consumer electronics products imported, to being a nation where we manufacture 97% of our mobile devices. That industry, where 66% of the FDI has come in the last 3 years, that industry today where the world's majors are setting up shop, and we are exporting from India 70,000 crores worth of Apple phones, Samsung phones, and other assorted consumer devices to the world's enterprises, consumers, and markets. That industry today comprises almost 80% of manned leadership and workforce being women. India is a stellar story in many, many ways. Our digital economy, the vision of our Prime Minister being implemented by and executed by thousands and hundreds of thousands and millions of young Indians all around the country, is a story in itself. But the other story that is as compelling, as exciting, as much as a beacon to the world as this performance in technology has been the role of women entrepreneurs, of our women engineers, of our women in the digital economy and the digital workforce that have today performing at levels that are comparable to, if not better than, any man or any other comparable engineer anywhere in the world. So I think that story is a story that needs to be repeated, amplified. The women stars in the digital economy, the women stars in the digital ecosystem are clearly setting the benchmark for women all over the world, and indeed engineers in general all over the world, in terms of their performance and their ingenuity, in their commitment, and in terms of their contribution to the innovation ecosystem.
These days, it's easy to think that the history of women in technology is the history of the occasional genius or trailblazers who was able to overcome gender bias and make an impact in a male-dominated field. Our upcoming section will surface the insights on how women techies have handled the transition of their careers. Let's have a look. So, thank you and welcome aboard on this, for this conversation and at the grand finale of TechGig Geek Goddess 2022, ladies. I'm so excited, so elated to have each one of you here join in for this conversation. Before I go ahead with my questions and, I kind of look forward to sharing your experiences, I would request you to please introduce yourself and tell me how excited you are to be here with me today. So let's begin with you, Radhika.
Hey, this is Radhika Gurala, and thank you again for having me here. It's a privilege to be part of this wonderful woman. Some of these events, I'm actually closest to my heart. I have been driving the hackathons in different companies, so this is really, I really love to see this. So to just tell about me, 20 plus years in the IT industry, predominantly in the data management space, played varied roles, managed varied teams. Currently with Synchrony, it has been a wonderful 10-month journey. looking for a lot more to go. So I'm a VP, data architecture and analytics space here at Synchrony. And prior to that, I played multiple roles in different companies like JP Morgan, Booz Allen, Paname, the list goes on. Apart from the technology world, I was actually a volleyball player, international volleyball player, represented India. I came from a volleyball family. My mother was a player, so it helped me a lot in growing in a professional career as well. So I think that is a background of where I am now. I would say that.
So without further ado, I would want to get on with the questions. To sort of start with, as a woman in tech who've witnessed the transition of being an executive or developer to a tech leader today, or maybe a tech leader in IT industry, no matter what our background is. What is that one learning experience you want to share with our coding divas today at this platform?
I think my top two are again like what my panel members have said, that is adapting to change and moving out of comfort zone, playing different roles. That's absolutely top two. But a couple of more points I wanted to elaborate. One is find a mentor whom you work with and whom you help him or her to be successful. Periodically ask what are the things that you're doing well, what are the areas that you needed to work on. Could be something done differently, or maybe you have not done the right way. It might include how you're interacting with others. Appraisal is all about how you're doing your job. The discussion with the mentors is all about how you are doing with respect to your career. So, and it's not going to be one person. As you cross your different stages, you're going to have different mentors. But it is very important to ask those questions so that you get a very honest feedback. That's one. Second is, adopting to different styles. And I'm not saying about leadership styles, because all of us will adopt to however our bosses are working, right? But when I talk about the styles, it is about the styles of your peers, styles of your juniors and team members as well, because everyone are going to be different. And in IT, it is all about the people. You will get the best results from the practitioners or the team or peers, leaders working around you only when they like you more than what they think about you or your designation. So understanding their styles, adopting, and also accepting their styles will truly make you a good team player, and that is absolutely important. And next is the networking, which you hear so much on. And don't worry that you're not going to drink or smoke or go for the goal. And I know there are a lot of perceptions around you will be successful only if you do that. I have done none of that. Networking means how you are able to do an activity-based relationship with anyone. Now, the activity could be big or small, but it is giving the other person an opportunity to understand you, your capability, and therefore understanding your brand. Otherwise, no matter how many lunches and dinners you're going to do, your brand is not going to be built. So you can have network with few, but they will be your proponents and your advocates in a bigger forums or a larger forums. So invest in your time wisely, which all of us have limited, right? And then read well. And I'm not talking about the technology read, because I know all of you are really good in technology, which is one reason why you're attending this session. But you needed to read well about the industries, the business, the sectors that you're serving. Because if you do not understand those businesses, there is no way you'll be able to articulate how a technology can solve that business problems. And you're not just going to talk with someone who knows technology. You're going to talk with the business leaders. You're going to talk with the account leaders or CFOs for whom the business is entirely different than what you know of. So ability to understand their point of view, ability to articulate is very important for you to move up, because then they start seeing you as an ally or not someone who's just sitting somewhere away and then trying to talk about something geeky which you don't understand. And then finally, I'm going to say, enjoy the ride.
I think one thing which I always keep in mind is change is the only constant thing. Don't resist, embrace it, right? Personally, what I would do is, if I'm comfortable in one position, I feel restless. That means I'm doing something wrong. I'm not growing, or I'm not learning something new. I'm not venturing into a new role or whatever it is. It need not be technology. It can be anything, right? I think that keeps me going. Otherwise, I go crazy. That's me again. And most of people wouldn't probably do it. But what I coach to the people from the lessons I learned is, don't hesitate don't hold back, take risks, and face your fears, face your biggest challenges. And I know initially it might be scary, but you feel that, confidence and courage to do more. I mean, the journey itself is like amazing how much it develops you personally, professionally, across, and that will help you not just in career, right? Even bringing up the kids. I mean, that you're like walking the talk. It's not just about the job, it's also how you deal with the kids or the family and everything. So face your fears. The other thing is, I say to the team is, don't be afraid of failures. They're part and parcel of life. Success, when you celebrate during success, but don't disheartened or discouraged when you fail. I'm not saying you have to fail, but when you fail at something or not successful, you learn a great law, and that will stick you to forever. And I think that will build your character. Accept it, learn from it, and move on. I think that's what I would say to everyone. Encourage each and everyone to step away from their comfort zone. Are you doing the same thing? You're doing something wrong. So please, that's what I would always say to my team or anyone. The other thing I always push the team is, I know job is something you do, agile, Jira board, everything, that will stay. But what else are you doing beyond your job? Are you a part of any network, a group, and all these, right? It need not be technology, it can be anything. And that grows your personality and your confidence in reaching and approaching anyone, influencing, and talking in a forum. And that is very valuable when you grow up in your career. So those are the few things I always push my team, to do.
What a wonderful discussion indeed. The insights, stories, and experiences are worth learning, aren't they? Ladies and gentlemen, we have finally come to the moment where we will soon know the winners of TechGig Geek Goddess 2022. The segment to honor the much coveted awards will begin now. The moment we all have been patiently waiting for. After days and hours of hard work and passionate coding, it's time to honor and celebrate the efforts of our coding divas. Now, it's time to unveil the winners of the coding challenge. We will begin with the declaration of the fourth runner-up. Let's have a look who the winner is.
Thank you, Sukriti. Good evening, everyone. I know everyone is excited to know the winners. I am equally excited. I am here to announce the fourth runner-up of TechGig Geek Goddess. And the fourth runner-up is Congratulations.
Congratulations to the winner. Time for us to know the third runner-up. For this, may I please invite Mr. Sanjay Goel, Business Head, TechGig.
Thank you, Sukriti, for inviting me. Hello everyone, I am back here amid all of you for the prize distribution ceremony. I know everyone must be excited to hear their name as the winners. It's a privilege to announce the third runner-up of Geek Goddess 2022. And the third runner-up is It's a well-deserved award and congratulations.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are this close to declaring the champion, the coding diva of TechGig Geek Goddess 2022. I'm sure all of you are experiencing the adrenaline rush like I am right now. Taking this excitement a little higher, let's see who the second runner-up is.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Sunita Gundu, VP Application Product Manager, Synchrony. I'm excited to be part of the TechGig Geek Goddess 2022 award ceremony. The second runner-up goes to Congratulations.
Congratulations to the winner. Folks, hold your breath, sit back. We are a few moments away from knowing the champion of this mega coding event. Let's see who the first runner-up is.
Hello everyone, I'm back. I'm delighted to be announcing the first runner-up, and she is hearty congratulations.
Well deserved. Congratulations to the winner. Moving ahead, ladies and gentlemen, the moment has arrived to declare the most coveted and prestigious award of the evening. And to designate the winner of TechGig Geek Goddess 2022, I would like to invite Mr. Ruchika Panesar.
Good evening, everybody. Hi, I'm Ruchika, last name Panesar. I'm a technologist and part of the American Express family. I lead up the technology function for the Asia Pacific region for the company. I'm really excited to be here today among this enthusiastic audience for the grand finale ceremony of the TechGig Geek Goddess event that I've been fortunate to be a part of in some way for the many years before this. I'm so excited to get to know the winner among 69,000 women engineers this year. And the winner is Congratulations, very well done.
Thank you, Ms. Panesar, and a big congratulations to the winner. It has been an absolute fantastic journey of 94 days of passionate coding. As we come to the end of this incredible journey, I take this opportunity to thank our presenting corporate partners, American Express India, our title partner, Synchrony, Diamond partner, Persistent and Wipro, Platinum partner, EY-GDS, Silver partner, Special Category, Logitech, and Digital partners, Goldman Sachs. Our sincere thanks to all the esteemed guest speakers, prominent leaders, and all the dignitaries for their gracious presence all along. Congratulations to all the winners and the participants. Your support has helped us continue to expand our mission to provide the community, resources, and education that women in tech need to thrive. We're super grateful. We hope to see you again next year. Catch all the information on our social media pages. Keep sharing your love and support. TechGig will be back with another edition next year. Till then, let your compassion fuel the passion of coding in you. Thank you for this wonderful evening.